Hello, ma'am. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So today we will do Module 11, Since for and Some and Any. So I like this lesson because a lot of people make mistakes with these. Some of my most advanced students make mistakes with the smaller words in English. And these are some examples of some smaller words that often cause people to get confused or make mistakes. So let's get started. To begin, we will look at since and for. So both of these words are used with the present perfect tense often. The difference is we use for to talk about the duration or a period of time, and we use since to talk about the starting point or the starting time. So let's read this. Let's read this little dialogue here first. Why don't you be person A, and I'll be person B.
Okay. Have you known her since 1990?
Yes, I have known her for over 25 years. So here again, you can see for with the duration and since with the starting point. Um, so why don't you read these sentence pairs over here? So we'll continue with the next set.
Haven't seen Tom since my high school graduation. I haven't seen Tom for 20 years.
Good. So again, when you self-study, it's a good idea to practice with a lot of examples and really helps these grammar points to sort of sink in and so that you can use them automatically and naturally without thinking. Let's try this one here.
We've been friends since we were 3 years old. We've been friends for 12 years.
Good. Okay, so those are since and for. So again, notice the since again is the starting point. For refers to the duration of time. For and since can also be used with the past perfect tense. Can you read, I guess, these two example sentences here?
Okay, he had studied English for 4 years before he studied abroad. They had lived in China since 2010, but they finally decided to move back to London.
Okay, good. And then for can also be used with the simple past. So can you read this example?
I slept for only 4 hours last night.
Good. Okay, now let's move on to some and any. So first, it's important to remember that the rules in this lesson apply to all the words that include some and any. So these would include things like somebody and anybody, something, anything, somewhere, anywhere. So all of these words follow the same rules, the same set of rules. So the words some and any are used when the speaker cannot specify or does not need to specify a number or an exact amount. So let's look at the examples here. So can you read this first example sentence?
Which one?
I saw, yeah.
I saw 7 deer when riding my bike in the forest yesterday.
Okay, so in this sentence, I want you to know exactly how many deer. Like, wow, it was amazing. I saw 7 deer. Uh, Now, can you read the next example over here?
I saw some deer when riding my bike in the forest yesterday.
Good. So, and then here, maybe I didn't have time to count the deer, or I don't think it's important for you to know exactly how many. So maybe I'm riding, I can't stop and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just like, oh, wow, some deer. So these are the rules to pay attention to. And again, many of my students make mistakes with these. So it's good to both pay attention to the rules and then also practice these in your conversations and at home. So some is usually used in positive sentences, and any is usually used in negative sentences. So let's look at some of these sentence pairs over here.
I got some nice.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I got some nice presents for Christmas this year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get any nice presents for Christmas this year.
Good. So you can see here, this is the negative form, didn't, and then we use any. And then in the positive form, we use some. Let's try the next pair.
This job is going to take some time. This job won't take any time at all.
Good. So again, it won't take any time at all. So it's not going to take a long time. So we use any in the negative form and some in the positive sentence. Next, in addition to negative sentences, any is also used in questions. Can you read these example questions here?
Do you have any brothers or sisters? Did you catch any fish? Have you seen any good movies recently? Does anyone know the answer? Are you going anywhere this weekend?
Good. So this is, sometimes you may even hear native speakers make mistakes with this. Sometimes maybe a native speaker might say, hey, are you going somewhere this weekend? So it's pretty common for native speakers to make mistakes with these too. But this is the rule. So these are the correct sentences here. However, as with many grammar rules in English, the use of some and any gets a little bit more complicated. So here are two common occasions where the above rules are broken. So first, notice that we can use some in questions when we are offering something or requesting something. So when I say, are you going anywhere this weekend, I'm not asking you to give me anything or offering you anything. So that's one type of question. But over here, we have some offers and requests. So can you read these samples?
Would you like some more coffee? Could I have some more water, please? Do you want something to eat?
Good. So here I'm offering things, or in sentence number 2, you're requesting something. So it would be strange if I said, "Oh, could I have any more coffee?" That would not sound right. So if you're asking for something, we would use some, and then similarly, if you're offering, we use some. Yes.
If I use like, do you even say, do you go somewhere this weekend? Do you still understand what I mean when I say that, or
Yes.
but it's not correct, but you still understand what I meant by, do you go somewhere?
Yeah, be careful. I would use the past tense there too. So I would use did you go somewhere this weekend?
Okay.
Instead of do. And then you're right. So if